What foods can I sell from home in Texas? If you live in the state of Texas and you want to start a home-based food business, you may be curious as to know what type of foods can I actually sell from home? And what license do I need to sell food in Texas? Well, in this video from Cottage Foods Laws, we're going to cover a specific list of what you can make under Texas cottage food laws. We're going to get to that, guys, right now. All right, so welcome back to Cottage Foods Laws. This is YouTube's premier home-based food entrepreneur channel dedicated to helping you create your home-based food business. If you're looking to create a side hustle or make an additional income or even launch a food product eventually into the marketplace, get it sold on Amazon, selling the product online, and everywhere in between, well, then this channel is going to be for you. You definitely want to hit the subscribe button and bell notification. So let's get right to the list. Specifically, in this short and quick video, you want to know what foods can I sell from home in Texas? Well, starting off with dry herbs and herb mixes. These are fantastic and have a huge variety to choose from if you want to create a handful of different herb blends or spices and seasonings. Dry herbs and herb mixes is a gigantic industry, even selling locally in farmers markets and festivals, fairs, and things of that sort in the state of Texas. Is a great way to start a home-based food business, and that is one of the items you can make, as well as roasted coffee and dried teas. Don't even get me started on how big that market is as well. Coffee and tea businesses, even locally, again, selling at local events in the state of Texas is a great idea for you to get up and running. Mustards, you can do cucumber pickles. You can do dry mixes. You can do vinegars. Cereals, even including granolas, are something that you can do as well. And the huge list of the different variations of granolas using dried fruits and such nuts, seeds, and all of those healthy ingredients. The granola industry is in the billions. So starting a very small one from home is a no-brainer as well in the state of Texas. They have a great cottage food law, and they allow even popcorn snacks, dehydrated fruits and vegetables, including dried beans. If you want to get into drying your own fruits and vegetables, and you want to invest a small amount into a dehydrator, dried fruits and veggies are a huge seller. And you can even season those, by the way, and you can add different flavors, creating an almost endless amount of flavor profiles. You can create fruit pies. Now, keep in mind a few things. As I mentioned fruit pies, there's a few things that you can't do with certain types of pies. Of course, those would be considered potentially hazardous food products, which would be cheeses or meats of that kind that have to be time or temperature sensitive. Those are always considered no-nos when it comes to cottage food laws. Specifically also in the state of Texas, you want to stay away from meats and making those types of products from home, because if it's temperature sensitive or time sensitive, that's something that would not be allowed. You'd have to actually do that like in a commercial kitchen, and that's a whole different type of video, let alone a whole bunch of a variety of permits and licenses as well. Now, canned jams and jellies. You're even allowed to do fruit butters, unroasted nut butters as well, coated and uncoated nuts. Now, that is actually another huge money maker. You can literally go online, buy nuts in bulk, create some seasonings yourself, and basically add those flavors and flavor profiles to the nuts and sell them. Okay, but of course, remember, there's a handful of label laws as well, regulations on how to label it, and we'll get that into another video. But right now, we just wanted to go over this list as far as what you can make and can't make. So candy such as chocolate, toffee, or even nut brittles. Take it from me, because I actually make brittle professionally with our candy business. Brittles are huge sellers, and there's so many variations that you can create of that as well. Toffee is another one. Chocolates, if you love making chocolates, you can't even begin to fathom the different variations of chocolates that you can make. So all of these are really hugely successful, profitable home-based food businesses. Now, keep in mind one thing, and I'll get right back to the list of what kind of food you can make and sell in Texas, is that much of the cottage food industry is a great way for you to start your home-based business, because much of the equipment you already have. So there's not a huge investment. I can tell you personally firsthand that if you are wanting to run a retail bakery, for instance, a retail candy shop, and do it where you're in a retail setting, it costs a lot of money. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. Equipment, employees, insurances, there's a lot to it. But starting from home is something that you can do on a small scale without minimal or even any investment of all, other than just maybe some ingredients to get running, maybe some labels and some packaging. But that's very minuscule compared to a big investment in a retail location. So lastly, baked goods that do not need to be refrigerated. Again, time or temperature sensitive, you need to be aware of. Things like cakes, pastries, cookies, and breads. These are all allowed. And of course, when you start talking about breads, cookies, cakes, and pastries, the variations are endless. So don't think that it's very limiting. Well, all I can make is cookies. Well, there's literally thousands of types of cookies you can make. If you want to make cakes, you can do all kinds of cakes. So there's a huge opportunity with minimal investment. If you ever want to know what kind of food I can sell from home in Texas, this is the list. And definitely check out down below. We got additional resources as well for even more information on the state of Texas and what you can make. And I'll see you guys on our next video.